He told them another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and planted in his field. Though it is the smallest of all seeds, yet when it grows, it's the largest of garden plants and becomes a tree, so that the birds come and perch in its branches. He told them another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and planted in his field. Though it is the smallest of all seeds, yet when it grows, it is the largest of garden plants and becomes a tree, so that the birds come and perch in its branches. Greeting, guys. It is me again with a message of the kingdom of heaven. Oh, guys, I don't know. These days, I'm like a morning wife, I'm thinking about the message of the kingdom of heaven, and I'm thinking about my father up there. I look at what he did. The guy knew that. Guys, you will have to forgive me for calling Daddy the guy. I'm just free spirited. I'm carefree. That's just my nature. Someone once rebuked me for doing it. They said, no, you don't have to call God the guy. And I'm like, listen, that guy is my man. And they were so serious. They are so professional. And on the other side, guys, I am so carefree. But Daddy understands that I don't mean it in a bad way. I love that guy, guys. Anyway, I'm thinking about this, and I'm looking back before the creation of all things, because the guy, if you read the book of Revelations, he says that the lamb was slain before the creation of the world. I don't know if you've ever thought about that verse. It says the lamb was slain before the creation of the world. Speaking about who? Speaking about Jesus. You see, Jesus came 2,000 years ago here. I mean, more than 2,000 years ago. But the book of Revelation says the lamb was slain before the creation of the world. And you see it and you're like, what the heck does this guy, what is he talking about? Some people don't even, guys, believe the Bible because of such, statement. The way Daddy speaks, he will speak in figure of speech. He will speak in parables. He will speak in dark sayings. I don't know. He enjoys being hidden. I just don't understand why someone enjoys being hidden like that. Nevertheless, what that scripture I just quoted right now means is that he saw things before the creation of the world that Adam was going to mess him up, and in doing so he was going to lose children. I don't know, guys, if you get what I'm trying to say. Daddy saw this before the creation of the world, that Adam, the first man he will put here, was going to mess up, and he was going to lose children because of him. And then he sat down and negotiated with my Lord, and I'm pretty sure it was so easy to negotiate with Jesus, because guys, you'll never find a child who obeys their parent like Jesus. Oh no, guys. That's why I love that guy, guys. I'm in love with that guy. I love it. When I think about the things he's done, I sit and say, damn, I'm proud to be called his. I'm proud to have him as my Lord, and he's worthy. I'm not worthy of him, but he's worthy. You understand? He's the beloved. Daddy spoke to him and said, Adam is going to do A, B, C, and D, and I'm going to lose my children. I've got children reserved in Adam's loins, and I'm going to lose them. My son, will you go down? Hey! Guys, you sit down and think about that day when they were sitting down and just negotiating about the plan. And Jesus saying, yes, I'll do it, Father. But guys, Jesus did not say that. You ask me why, and I'll tell you. I can't remember. I see, guys, I don't know. When I've got dementia, I don't know. But I keep forgetting scriptures where they are. In fact, I understand the Bible, but I can't by heart where verses are. I cannot allocate them. Nevertheless, I think it was in the Gospel of Luke where Jesus is giving us a parable as well. I think we'll also get to it one day. But Jesus is talking about a father who has two sons. The one went and squandered his wealth, and then when he came back, he wanted to give him a kettle, and make a feast. And the one who was with him was so angry. In fact, Jesus was speaking about himself, because as much as Jesus is a God, guys, we can never fathom his makeup. The guy is put in the flesh. Yes, the guy is a God. So we can never really fathom his makeup, you understand? Paul says that we know in part and we understand in part, So we can never really fathom Jesus' makeup because he's a God and he's a son of man, meaning he relates with us and also relates with the Father. That's why he was a good mediator, Nevertheless, Jesus must have, had that in mind. Ooh, I'm going to go down there and die, because Jesus must have also seen all of that event, the event of the cross. He must have seen it back then. Ew, they're going to do this for me, to me and all, but Daddy sat down because, you know what? He was thinking about his children that were dead spiritually in Adam because of Adam's fault. He was thinking about them. He was thinking about me. Guys, I sit and they're like, wow, my father was thinking about me before I was even created, before I was even born, guys. He was thinking about you. He was saying, no, Adam has done this and I've got children there. Previously I quoted a scripture by Jesus in the Gospel of John where he says, I'm going to die for the sheep. They are sheep which belong to the Father, which are not in this pen, meaning which are not in Israel, but they are scattered among the Gentiles. Speaking about you, speaking about me, you understand? So these guys, both of them, they had us in mind in the beginning, guys. Before the creation of everything, they had us in mind. They had me in mind. They had you in mind. You understand? So I sit and I don't know, my heart, I'm troubled in my heart, guys. I don't know. I hate feeling like this, but my heart is heavy. I've got this heaviness in my heart. I'm mourning, yet no one has died, but I'm mourning because I'm thinking about how they felt, So guys, I'm pleading, I'm just pleading, guys. I'm just pleading. That is all I'm going to say. I'm just pleading, So, this parable, Jesus is actually speaking about also what happened. Guys, as I said, you go home and you read parables. The Gospel of Matthew 18, parables. Because I'm going to be sticking with parables whenever I get time, guys. I'm going to be speaking with, dealing with parables, and move on to whatever. But right now, I just want to show you that Jesus was actually explaining things, that guy is so wise that what I will explain in 20 days, that guy just has three sentences and it's finished. He says, the kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and planted in his field, meaning he and the Father were there. And they planted in the field. What is the field? The field is the world, right? So, though it is the smallest of all seeds, yet when it grows, it's the largest of garden plants and becomes a tree. Now, I want us to underline the word tree, because the tree stands for an organization. A tree stands for a leader, a tree stands for a kingdom. And I want us to actually put kingdom instead of a leader or an organization, but it's the same thing. But a tree stands for a kingdom. So after Adam did whatever he did, Jesus explained the parable we did in the past podcast, but now he's speaking about the fact that he now came down here. This seed, it was Jesus coming with the message of the kingdom of heaven, right? And he's coming with it. So he came with the message of the kingdom of heaven, because we are now spiritually dead. And mind you, I said that he was sitting there, before the creation of all things, and he has children that he was thinking about. Guys, Daddy always has his children in mind. That man, guys, that man I love very much. He has his children in mind. No matter what you think, that guy has you in mind. If you are his child, he has, he had his children in mind, and he brings Jesus here, this other son who has never done anything wrong, and is coming with this message, with this seed, with this smallest seed here on earth, to come and preach this message of the kingdom of heaven. And do you know what he says? Do you know what is, guys, let us stop here.